Next, my favorite kind of story in life is the kind that reminds us that we are nowhere near as close to as smart as we think we are.
Well, that's the problem. The James Webb Space Telescope.
The world of astrophysics and cosmology stood still the moment Michio Kaku, one of the most recognizable theoretical physicists of our time, finally addressed what had been buzzing throughout the scientific community. A new, awe-inspiring image captured by the James Webb Space Telescope that seemed to challenge the very framework of modern cosmological models. When Kaku broke his silence, his voice resonated not just with authority, but with the thrill of discovery, as he delved into the profound implications of this cosmic revelation. The image, beamed back from the distant reaches of the universe, wasn't just another colorful tapestry of stars and nebulae, it was something more puzzling, more elemental, something that sent tremors through the foundations of astrophysical theory. Before we start, smash the like and subscribe buttons for more updates. The James Webb Space Telescope, with its unparalleled sensitivity and precision, had long promised to peer deeper into the early universe than any instrument before it. This particular image was one of those that delivered beyond expectation. An observation of galaxies so ancient and well-formed that they appeared to have defied the timeline set by the Big Bang Theory. The telescope had captured starlight that had traveled for over 13 billion years, yet what it revealed didn't look like primitive, chaotic structures still in the early throes of gravitational assembly. Instead, it presented mature-looking galaxies, brimming with structure and complexity that shouldn't have existed at such an early cosmic age. Michio Kaku's commentary emphasized the sheer improbability of these findings. The current standard model of cosmology suggests that galaxies should have taken hundreds of millions of years to coalesce into the elegant spirals and ellipticals we see today. However, the image showed fully formed galaxies that existed just a few hundred million years after the Big Bang. This time frame was far too short for conventional models of cosmic evolution to explain. These galaxies weren't mere smudges of light indicating chaotic clusters of gas. They exhibited rotational symmetry, compact structure, and well-defined centers, all markers of galactic maturity that seemed to contradict what should have been possible at that stage in the universe's history. The implications of this were staggering. It wasn't simply a matter of updating a few numbers in a formula. It suggested that something fundamental about our understanding of time, matter, or the expansion of the universe could be flawed or incomplete. Michio Kaku framed this discovery as a crack in the cosmic egg, a poetic way of describing a potentially paradigm-shifting event in physics. This wasn't about minor revisions. It was the kind of observation that could eventually lead to a new theory, one that might either augment or supplant elements of the Big Bang model itself. The notion of rethinking the Big Bang isn't something that cosmologists take lightly. The theory has withstood decades of scrutiny, bolstered by evidence like cosmic microwave background radiation and the observed expansion of the universe. Yet, here was an image suggesting that the timeline of galactic evolution had to be drastically revised, or that the rate at which matter organized itself into complex structures was far more rapid than previously imagined. Either scenario required bold new interpretations. Kaku didn't jump to radical conclusions, but he acknowledged that this image forced scientists to revisit their assumptions with a renewed sense of urgency and humility. One of the more fascinating implications revolved around dark matter and dark energy. The image suggested that these mysterious components of the universe might play a more active and earlier role than previously thought. Perhaps dark matter wasn't just a gravitational scaffolding that helped galaxies form over long epochs. Maybe it had catalyzed their formation much earlier and much faster than models predicted. Alternatively, perhaps dark energy, which is thought to drive the accelerated expansion of the universe, behaves differently at high energies or at earlier timescales. The James Webb image didn't provide answers, but it raised profound questions that would drive years, if not decades, of new theoretical and observational work. Another possibility that Kaku alluded to involved the very nature of time and causality. If galaxies this mature existed so early in the universe, then the linear timeline that underpins our cosmological narrative might need to be reimagined. Some physicists have speculated about mirror universes or pre-Big Bang conditions where time operates differently. And while these ideas remain on the fringe, an image like this lends them a hint of credibility. Could it be that the universe went through a series of evolutionary bursts, each leaving behind structures more mature than expected? Or could it be that time itself is not as uniform and steady as we perceive, especially under the extreme conditions of the early cosmos? Kaku's commentary also addressed the tools of observation that made this moment possible. The James Webb Space Telescope isn't just an improvement over Hubble, it's a revolutionary leap. Its infrared capabilities allow it to see through cosmic dust, capturing the faintest glimmers of the earliest light emitted in the universe. Without Webb's precision and depth, this image wouldn't exist. Kaku celebrated the engineering marvel of the telescope, but he also underscored the responsibility that comes with wielding such power. With clearer eyes, we're now able to confront the universe with sharper questions, and the universe, it seems, is answering back with paradoxes. Perhaps one of the most exciting elements of Kaku's response was his vision for the future. He didn't see this image as a dead end or a cause for alarm, but as a gateway. A single picture, frozen in time, had opened the door to dozens of new hypotheses. Were we witnessing the effects of unknown physics? Was this evidence of a multiverse where regions of space-time evolve under different laws? Could there be an undiscovered form of matter or energy that accelerates structure formation? Kaku invoked the spirit of scientific adventure, reminding listeners that such anomalies are not roadblocks but invitations to explore deeper and to think more creatively. The image also had implications beyond the scientific community. It reignited philosophical debates about humanity's place in the universe. For centuries, we've looked up at the night sky, wondering where we came from and where we're going. Discoveries like this remind us that our journey is far from over and that the cosmos still holds secrets far beyond our current grasp. The sense of wonder that this image evoked was palpable, not just in labs and observatories, but in living rooms and classrooms across the globe. Kaku tapped into that collective curiosity, suggesting that perhaps the most important outcome of this discovery would be the inspiration it provides for the next generation of scientists and dreamers. This discovery also challenged the narrative of cosmic simplicity in the early universe. The traditional view paints the first few 100 million years as a period of murky darkness, with light only gradually breaking through as the first stars and galaxies flickered into existence. But what if instead, the early universe was a crucible of rapid and unexpected creativity? What if complexity arose far sooner than we dared to imagine? The image from James Webb suggested a cosmos that wasted no time in assembling grandeur, where the seeds of cosmic architecture sprouted and flourished in record time. There was also the tantalizing question of whether this image was a fluke, an anomaly, or the first in a series of similar discoveries yet to come. Kaku didn't treat it as a statistical outlier. He hinted that given the capabilities of the telescope and the sheer vastness of the universe, more such images were likely to emerge. And with each one, the case for a revised cosmology would grow stronger. The floodgates of the cosmic past had opened, and what poured through was not the simplicity that many expected, but a rich and complex tapestry that defied easy categorization. Kaku's decision to finally speak out added weight to what many in the field had already begun whispering. His words crystallized the sense that we were on the cusp of a scientific revolution. Not every day does a single image inspire such a broad and profound reevaluation of long-held theories. The fact that this image did so was a testament to both the power of human ingenuity and the inexhaustible mystery of the universe. The moment also highlighted the importance of interdisciplinary collaboration. The analysis of this image required the expertise of astronomers, physicists, data scientists, and engineers. Kaku emphasized the necessity of working across fields, not just to interpret the image, but to harness its full potential for discovery. Theories needed refinement, simulations had to be adjusted, and new observational campaigns were already being designed, all fueled by the data contained in a single breathtaking image. What the James Webb image ultimately underscored was the provisional nature of knowledge. In science, no theory is sacred. Every model must withstand the test of observation, and when it doesn't, it must evolve. Kaku's remarks embodied that ethos. He acknowledged the excitement of confronting the unknown, of standing at the edge of understanding and daring to look further. This was not a moment of defeat, but of opportunity, a chance to embrace the questions that would define the next era of cosmological inquiry. The image itself, when viewed, is both beautiful and bewildering. It draws the eye with its intricate patterns of light, yet what it represents is far more than aesthetic. It is a message from the dawn of time, a whisper from the cosmic past that tells us the universe is more complex, more ancient, and perhaps more intelligent in its construction than we had imagined. The universe has more stories to tell, and thanks to the James Webb Space Telescope, we are finally in a position to hear them. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Also, leave your comments below and tell us, what are your thoughts on Michio Kaku's reaction to Webb's shocking new image? We want to hear from you. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.